morning from a very interesting place in northern Mexico. Now I've made it to Mexico's most infamous border town and most western city, and also one of the country's most dangerous cities, they say.
So far this year, more than 1,700 people have been murdered in the city of Tijuana.
News 8's David Gottfredson spoke to a veteran journalist with the dangerous job of covering crime south of the border.
And that violence in Tijuana is concerning for the millions of Mexican Americans in Southern California.
The city is in chaos as reports spread of alleged cartel members roaming the streets with military-style weapons, pulling people from cars and buses, setting fires. He says gang violence is not new there, but this is like nothing he's seen before.
En Baja California, la jornada dejó 6 personas sin vida en distintos hechos en Tijuana. En un primer caso, una pareja fue asesinada en el interior de su vivienda en la colonia Altiplano, en donde fueron localizados los cuerpos por sus familiares. Las víctimas presentaban golpes en todo el cuerpo. Casi al mismo tiempo, un hombre fue asesinado en la colonia Sánchez Tablada. Más tarde, otro sujeto murió al ser agredido a balazos cuando salía de una tienda. En tanto, las autoridades encontraron sin vida a 2 hombres.
We're close to the American border, and it is arguably, well not arguably, probably, surely, the most American city in Mexico. I mean, check it out. It looks a lot like, yeah, like California. Looks a bit like I imagine Los Angeles to be. Well, yeah, guys. Welcome to Tijuana. I've made it to Tijuana. Yes. I never thought about coming here, but when I was down at the beach in La Paz, I was looking at interesting places to go in Baja California, and none of them was as interesting or sounded as interesting to come and film as Tijuana. So I took a flight up here, and Tijuana, doesn't have the best of reputations. It is for a start the 3rd biggest city in the Californias after only Los Angeles and San Francisco. And it's even bigger than San Diego, which is just right across the border. You could walk into San Diego from here. At the airport, you've got the choice when you land in Tijuana to stay in Mexico or to cross the border into the US. In this video, we'll also try to get to the fence and see the infamous fence from up close, which separates the 2 worlds. The US of A and Mexico. Tijuana is also the 6th largest city in Mexico, and despite being only the 6th largest city, it is the country's 2nd most populous city. Yes, with a population of 2 million people, of over 2 million people, it is Mexico's 2nd most populous, most densely populated city. So it's a massive place. And also, it doesn't have the best of reputations. The city of Tijuana, according to a stat of August 2023, has the second highest homicide rate in the entire world. So I reckon it might be a bit more intense here than down in La Paz where we were at the beach. Beach time's over. Welcome to Mexico's probably most murderous city, as you could say. But anyway, it's a sunny, beautiful day here in Tijuana. And yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what Tijuana has got to offer. Vamos! And just to show you guys, you know how close we are here to the US border. Check it out. You can literally walk into the USA from here in 700 meters. 700 meters from here is the bridge that separates Tijuana from San Diego, that separates Baja California from California, that separates Mexico from the US. Crazy. And to be honest with you guys, I've never been to the Wild West of the US, but this looks a lot like in the movies, like you would imagine California, you know, the streets of LA to look. Wow. And yeah, as border towns are, it is a bit dodgy here, I've got to tell you. Arrived late at night yesterday, and yeah, it's kind of sketchy. Loads of junkies around, some zombies running around. It's a bit like, yeah, what people tell me Los Angeles is like. Might be the roughest place I've been to in Mexico. Well, not might be, surely is. And you've got another junkie. Man, this city is rough, I got to tell. I've got to say, mate, this city is rough. Disculpa, señora, eso es la frontera.
Es por allá.
Ah, por allá.
Sí.
Perfecto, gracias, amigo. Buen día. Friendly people do everywhere in Mexico. That's just Mexico for you. And yeah, another sign that we're close to California is all the tranny flags. So let's see. Disculpa, señores, la frontera es por allá. Ah, no, pero quiero grabar. Solo derecho. Okay, perfect. Good English. Muy bien, chingón. You see, people in Mexico are the best. Just the best, man. Best people in the world, Mexico and Colombia. Can't beat them. And nobody has an issue here in Mexico when you put the camera into their face. It's just so different, man. Mexican people are different. But man, it's colourful here. Flippin' colourful. And apart from, yeah, the few junkies hanging around, it doesn't feel like being at a border town, to be honest with you guys. And here we've got a wax museum, man. Here in Tijuana, right next to the border. And a dentist. I bet this guy has loads of American clients crossing the border each day. Wow. What a place. Right, we're approaching the border, guys. Check it out. Over there, up there must be the border bridge. Cars crossing into Mexico, or out of Mexico. We're approaching the border. I wouldn't recommend walking these streets here at night. It's not the safest. It doesn't have the safest of looks. Let's put it that way. And here we are, check it out, guys. Cruce fronterizo peatonal. Este is pedestrian border crossing. Free shit. So this is what people see when they enter Mexico from the US by foot. This has a border vibe to it. So interesting. San Diego, United States, that way. Check it out, guys. San Diego, United States. Wow. We're literally within walking distance now of the US. Let's get as close as we can. No camera. Some Mexican soldiers were talking to me, asking me what I was filming and stuff. And I explained to them that I didn't have my passport on me, I didn't want to cross over to the US, I just wanted to get as close as possible. And that's it guys, check it out. We've made it to the border bridge. Mexico, that way. Estados Unidos, that way. Check it out. Wow. That is amazing. We're literally on the bridge, crossing over to the US. Well, out of us guys, one of the toughest borders in the world. Now this is not the fence, the famous fence, but we're going to see that today as well. We're going to head to a place later on where I can see the fence from up close, probably at the end of the video. But man, what a place. Amazing. Check it out. One day, to all you Americans watching, I'll be visiting your country as well. Oh, not today. For now, we are going to stay here in Mexico. You can see all these people on the other side. They are now crossing into the US. Wow. The US is basically right there. You probably can't pick it up, but it's within walking distance. Jump over that fence, you're in the US. What a place. What a place, guys. People here from both sides are crossing this border daily, either to go to work or to buy stuff. Americans like to come here to buy cheap things, and also vice versa. The Mexicans from Tijuana like to cross over to San Diego and buy some stuff, buy some tack which is a lot cheaper over there in the US. And I'm back down here. Had to put the camera off again because, yeah, passing by soldiers, they don't like to be filmed. You can't film soldiers. That's, yeah, something I don't recommend in Mexico. Don't mess with the police and with soldiers. Probably everywhere in the world. Bienvenidos a Tijuana, Baja California. Welcome to downtown. Bienvenue, willkommen, benvenuti, por vida. We're back in Mexico. Well, we've never left technically, but we're back in downtown Tijuana. Tijuana. Let me just see, check my beard, because there's a barbershop around here. I could do with a trim maybe again. Right then guys, I'm back on air. I've had my beard trim, cost me 100 pesos, so exactly €5. Pretty satisfied with that. And my barber, she was a lady from Oaxaca. She's been living here for 15 years, and I asked her about the safety here in this city, as it is the city with Mexico's highest murder rate. And yeah, she comes from Oaxaca, so one of Mexico's safest states. And she told me that she never had any issues here, living here 15 years. She feels well here, she loves it here. And yeah, she said there are some murders, but it's all narcos. So it's like everywhere in Mexico. Basically, if you don't mess with the narcos, or if you don't get into the underworld, then you won't have any problems, any issues. That's so nice here in Mexico. This is why I always say that this country feels a lot safer than any European show. And I mean it. I mean, yes, there is mafia in this country, in this city here, the underworld of this city, I should say, which is huge, of course. It's a border city, the biggest border city in Mexico. It's ruled by the famous Sinaloa cartel. And of course, there are some murders going on here in the outskirts of the city, but it's all related to the narco business. So Yeah. As a visitor, also with all the police presence here and army presence even here, nothing to be worried about, I guess, unless there's some zombie attacking you. Well, I'm now about to have some food here, flipping hungry. Ordered myself an enchilada, a chicken enchilada, and a fish taco, which comes to a total of €7, which is not too bad. I mean, the US border is literally just down the road here. I thought it'd be more expensive here. Right guys, my feast has arrived, check it out. My beautiful enchiladas and my fish taco here. Get all of that for €7, man. Right at the border. So nice, man. So now I'm going to destroy this. I need to bulk, I'm too skinny. Yeah, then we continue. Provecho. No, gracias, no ahorita. Well, yeah guys, we're back where we started the video, here in Avenida Revolucion. In this huge avenue here, which is also where the nightlife takes place, apparently. And yes, like the most bustling street here in all of Tijuana. So let's keep on exploring Mexico's most murderous city, most infamous city, Tijuana. Well, I have to admit though, that when I arrived last night, it looked a lot rougher. It looked very rough and unwelcoming. But now, the sun is out, people are out. Looks nice, man. Could be worse, to be fair. I like it now. I like Tijuana. Must be so nice when you're an American and you cross over that bridge and come here. The change of worlds. And we are in Mexico, we're not in America. I mean, look at the bus. Hey, Viva Mexico! You see, people love to be on camera here. That's why I love this country, man. That's why I love flipping Latin America. Even here in Tijuana, people are decent. No, ahorita, gracias. Check it out, the streets of Tijuana. Vegetable vendors, wow, it's nice. I like it. But it looks very American though. I mean, if you look at the street looks very American. Hola señor. ¿Cuánto vale una de esas? 5. Okay. What a place Tijuana is. Imagine just living up there in one of these buildings, man. We're now on the outskirts of the center. We're not in the downtown anymore. Approaching some different area here. Street tacos. Tacos again over there. And then that massive, giant Mexican flag waving in the distance. Just a little reminder that you're on the Mexican side of the border here. This is like the modern part of town. The so-called fancy part of town. I wouldn't really call it the fancy part of town, but yeah. The other side of Tijuana. They've got Japanese restaurants then you know you're in the fancy part of town. I've got a sushi restaurant. Gracias. With that Mexican flag waving next to it, this must be like some, yeah, cultural house or something. Cultural center. Looks nice. Yeah, Centro Cultural Tijuana. It's the cultural center of Tijuana. Wow. Nice building. Viva Mexico. Way. Tijuana feels more laid back and actually safer than I thought. It's not all just narcos and yeah, smugglers and stuff. There's some life going on here. It's a normal city actually. The narco underground wars are happening, but that's just part of life. In regards to normal life here, the life of normal people, I mean, they go about their everyday life here like they would in every other Mexican city. So yeah, it's less intense than I thought it would be, and I like it more than I thought I would. So now I think it's time to head to the fence. Let's find the fence, the famous fence, which separates two worlds, two countries. Let's pull up an Uber, vamos. ¿Cómo es la vida acá? ¿Es como bien? ¿Es padre?
Hay mucho trabajo, está bien, está bien. A mí se me hace bien. Hay mucha cultura en muchos lados. Ahorita noto que mucho americano vive aquí.
Ah, sí, verdad, sí, sí. Porque es mucho más barato, acá
sí,
que al otro lado.
Sí, sí, sí.
Y también, ¿cómo es con la seguridad acá? Porque leí que Tijuana es como la ciudad con los más homicidios de México. Pero
siento que es misma personas que andan mal. Se meten en la delincuencia. Entonces es la misma gente que queda mal y pues la terminan ejecutando.
Sí, sí, claro.
Yo lo veo por ese lado.
Entonces, si tú no te metes, es bien, es tranquilo.
Uno anda bien y no por nada te andan matando. O sea,
sí, sí.
Yo así la veo.
Eso es lo que me gusta en México, es que si tú no te metes con la gente mala, con los malandros, con los narcos,
obviamente que
nada va a pasar.
Sí hay esa parte de los que andan secuestrando, eso sí se meten con la población, ¿no?
Sí,
pero
sí,
eso
claro.
Imagino que en todos lados.
Sí, claro, en todos lados.
Pero
Para
esa
mí,
parte que andan tirando cuerpos, que pues, por nada los matan, ¿no?
Sí, sí, claro.
Sí.
No te metes por ese lado y si tú vives tu vida, es muy tranquilo la vida
es
acá,
tranquilo,
¿no?
sí. Yo de esa manera la veo, ¿no? No veo mucho problema.
Para mí, México en general es mucho más seguro que Europa. Mucho más, porque acá, si tú no te metes con gente mala, nada va a pasar.
Sí.
This right here, guys, is the fence separating Mexico from the US. Wow. This right here is the US on the other side of the fence. The US of A on the other side of the fence. Incredible, increíble. Sí, es muy hermoso, por eso ya es México. El otro lado no es tan hermoso. Look at it, man. Beautiful Mexico. Wherever you are in Mexico, it's flipping beautiful. It's my favorite country. It's got everything. Mountains, deserts, beautiful beaches, jungle, the Caribbean, the Pacific coast. Wow. The land of Donald Trump. Right guys, we've made it to the playas de Tijuana, the beaches of Tijuana. Tijuana, aquí empieza la patria. Here starts the fatherland. And you know what that is right behind that sign. It is the flipping border separating Mexico from the US. Yes, it is right here. This is the flipping border. The border between Mexico, where we are standing right now, and Estados Unidos, United States of America. Check it out. I'll let you guys enter the United States. And we're there. You guys are currently in the US, and I am still in Mexico. Greetings from Mexico. How amazing is this? I never thought I would be so close to the US border. It was a spontaneous decision to come up here to Tijuana. It is a bit rough, I've got to say. It is a bit rougher than other cities in Mexico. But yeah, it's also a lot safer though than I expected it to be. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. There's some junkies lying around, just like, yeah, probably in every city in the US, just like in many big cities in Europe, just like, yeah, in Colombia as well, in Cali, Bogota, just like in Salvador in Brazil and in Rio. But honestly, I thought Rio de Janeiro was still a bit rougher in some parts than Tijuana is. So yeah, it's still Mexico, guys. It's still the most amazing country in the world, with the best people in the world, and you shouldn't be scared to come here, man. If you don't mess with the narcos, if you don't get yourself in trouble, if you don't mess with the wrong people, which, well, you should do that anyway, then you won't be in trouble here in Mexico. There's nothing to be scared of. It's a lot safer than any European country I know. Here in Mexico, bad things only happen to you if you are looking for it. This is why I love this country, man. And I'm so happy. That's nothing now. Don't take it personal to all my American friends watching this, and all you Americans watching. Don't take it personal. Americans are great people, but I'm so glad to be standing on this part of the fence, on this side of the fence. I'm so glad to be standing on this side of the fence and not over there in the US, because I am convinced that it is a lot safer here in Tijuana, despite it being dodgier than Mexico City and Guadalajara and Puebla and yeah, and Monterrey. Despite it probably being the dodgiest place I've seen in Mexico, it's still very safe, and safer, quite surely safer than on the other side of the fence in San Diego. It's just crazy to think that down here there's Mexicans on the beach, and on the other side of that bloody fence there's Americans on the exact same beach. It's the same beach, it's one beach, but two countries and two worlds. One beach, but two countries and two worlds, separated by this fence. What a place this is. Amazing to see this place as a European, I've got to say. Hasta luego, mis carnales. I'll see you in the next one from Mexico. Viva Mexico. Way.